Ready? Play.
And we'll start with the first match of the day. It was Flavio Cobolli, who we discussed a little bit yesterday. 10 seed here, just outside the top 10, looking in. And he went up against Zach Schweida, who just had an amazing tournament himself. Probably no real expectations coming in, but thinking about the first week, the temperature, that definitely suited him a little bit better. You know, he prefers those quicker conditions. So his ball was definitely getting through the surface and through the air a little bit quicker, and that pays dividends for him. But this this was going from straightforward to a roller coaster really quickly.
Yeah, it's suddenly we were looking at, pretty much under the, 220 mark in terms of time on court. Cobolli was, chugging along, didn't really have any issues. I mean, 6-3, 6-2, 6-3, first two sets, and then suddenly Schweider hung around. I'd say he hung around and then pounced on his moment. Cobolli maybe getting a bit passive in that breaker, and I'd say a bit in loose terms. I mean, Schweider saw his opportunity and jumped on it, right? It was a time of him just trying to see if Cobolli would crack in any shape or form. I mean, this was the first set that Cobolli lost all tournament. So, yeah, it looked a little tricky for a moment, and then we suddenly get to a breaker in the fourth, and I'm thinking, okay, are we looking at something potentially very tricky for Flavio? And suddenly he's panicking in a 1-set shootout. But no, gets it done, gets over the line. I think we have to go back and look at the season Cobolli has had after his first 3 matches of the year were all losses to people outside the top 150.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to then see he's won, what, 2-3 titles? 2?
Acapulco and...
Yeah. And maybe No, he didn't play.
No, nothing else this year, I don't think.
But obviously made the made semis in Rome, and he's had an unbelievable season. And
yeah. I mean, I was going to pose you this as you were, talking about it. Do you think this type of match can kind of help him in, dare I say, future rounds, but even the next round, going through that difficult experience of trying to serve out the match twice and failing and ending up going to a 4-set tiebreak? Do you think that can he find a positive out of that struggle, and maybe it'll help him the next time he does have that opportunity?
There's always positives to take out from having a lead, it being taken away from you, and then being able to reset. You see it, so that's why our scoring system is so unique and so exceptional to look at. You can have a lead, it be snatched away from you, and then you reset and go again. You can take countless times where you've served for a set, or actually when you've lost the 4th set and then you bagel in the 5th, or you breadstick in the 5th, after having a lead. It's stuff like that that really gives you the confidence of knowing that when you're in a position of adversity, that you can then find yourself bouncing back even when you can't do it in that moment. He knows that he can do it even if things get tough and it looks like he can't.
Yeah, I was letting my mind wander, and it came upon being a set and a breakdown to Jean Mounard Davis Cup final. And that match ends up going the distance, and he prevails. Obviously, different circumstances with the team all there. But once again, imagine the nerves being at home, knowing the the win is kind of on your back and everyone's relying on you. So once again, I think he was very like upfront about it too in the presser and saying like, yeah, it's these things. He says on the mental side, he says the ball's the same, the shots are the same, the courts are the same. What happens is in the mind and the heart, and that's why like sport is just amazing as a whole. But individual sports, it's just a different level, and you know you could even see it tonight. The amount of momentum swings, and gosh, you know you're playing for that long. No one wants to lose, but it's also so much harder coming from a position where you're leading the match and it's on your racket and everything's going your way, and then it flips. And how do you respond? So, as I posed, I do think that opportunity or that we'll call it situation today, where the match is in your hands quite comfortably, and then it flips a bit. I think you know he's going to bode well for him in the future, and he is going to be taking on Felix Auger-Aliassime, who for me is kind of quietly walked through this tournament. No real extreme, you know, matches that pop out at you. Obviously, it was a good sort of comeback win, I guess you could call it, against Nakashima, and also came from a set down against Burachaga. But once he was able to right the ship, it was kind of one-way traffic. And today, took down Flavio in straight sets. He played the big points well, but, you know, other than that, just kind of took care of business.
Yeah, I want to pinpoint that Altmaier match because we know that
Yep.
Daniel likes to take out people at Roland Garros. Really loves these courts. Took out Fritz first round last year. Has beaten Sinner here as well, back from the brink. You know, that was a real tough test for Felix. And if Felix goes out first round, we're like, okay, 40 gone. But it's not like we're sticking with it like, oh my God, huge shock, right? So to come through that and then, you know, lose a set to Burachaga and Nakashima, but come through again. And then Tabilo felt like this was more of an opportunity than Alejandro let himself believe it would be.
Yep.
Felt like he could really take it to Felix today, but couldn't get anything going on return. Absolutely nothing on return all game, all match. It felt like every time, you know, he would have a sniff, it would be shut out by Felix, you know, playing, you know, not like this groundbreaking sort of tennis, but the tennis that Felix plays, right? You know, serve up the tee plus one's massive into the Tabilo backhand and he can't do anything with it, right? It's how he does it, and it's effective. It's effective today, but Tabilo missed an opportunity here. Felt like he missed the ship when, you know, could have made. I mean, if you're looking at a quarter of a Grand Slam and half of it is Arnaldi, Berrettini, Tabilo, and Cobolli, you're thinking this is a potentially even a 250 semi-final lineup, right? So yeah, not to be for Tabilo, but I mean Felix just playing Felix stuff, to be honest. Nothing special to report.
Yeah, a bit disappointing. Or maybe more than a bit disappointing if you're Tabio. I think there's a little bit of a mental barrier. You know, I remember, I don't know what number title it was, where he won his grass, I think it was Mallorca over Offner. It was a lot of summers ago, to be honest. Maybe.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember how much pressure I was even nervous watching that match for him in particular. But yeah, there's a little bit of a mental barrier there. I think one, believe in yourself, but play like you believe in yourself. And you can even think back to this past February when he ends up losing that marathon match to Thomas Martin Echeverry, where everything was going his way, gets broken, and then, you know, you start to collapse. And obviously the physicality, that was like a tight little weekend, played a lot of tennis, but he just looked a little bit mentally defeated. especially after dropping that second, because there were some opportunities for both. Even looking at the break points, Felix saved 3 of 3, and Felix converted 5 of 6. So, I mean, those are just the big pressure points, right? Yeah, Felix did have a good time as the
Didn't really look like
handshake.
Felix broke much of a sweat, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'll kind of finish with this, and we can kind of go in our preview. But going into this tournament, Felix was just on my watch list as I spoke with John. Not overly convinced, but I feel like it would be disrespectful to kind of count him out. And sometimes that's good enough. You just got to make your way through the tournament. Obviously, you're right. That first round was definitely his most difficult, but probably like the worst match on his terms. So he's able to play himself into form, maybe a little bit of confidence, and you see a couple people drop here and there, a little bit of expectation, but
Just
I think
a couple.
Yeah. So I think he has to understand, try and have that Zverev mindset that like you can just only play who's in front of you one match at a time. But yeah, now he's made himself into the last 8, and I don't know. Are we looking at a 50-50 match here?
I think we're looking at a 55-45 in favor of Cobolli for me. I favor the Italian mainly because Felix still doesn't scream, comfortable on the surface, and I think in terms of movement, Felix does a lot to be desired. And Cobolli can extend these points as much as Felix's rally tolerance is excellent. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Flavio's. And for me, obviously, if we're going off basics right now, Felix can get more change out of the serve, but by no means is Cobolli a shabby server. We can find ourselves in a position where I'm looking, if we get to 6-all in the first, and I'm backing Cobolli in every sense of the word. Also, we can get the crowd involved, and Flavio will take that every day of the week. Not that Felix isn't a popular player, but Cobolli's Italian, so that's kind of how it goes.
I'm with you, Fergus. I think Cobolli has a little bit more firepower, and I think he's going to play with a little bit more courage, right? He's willing to go for it a bit more, even especially in those tight moments. Head-to-head is up here. 2-love in favor of Cobolli. Both of these meetings came in 2024, so the early parts of Cobolli's come up. Acapulco and Canada Masters. So it's really bad, actually. Maybe Felix did feel a little bit of pressure there, or I'm forgetting some context, but it was 3-2 at home for Felix. Yeah, I know. But yeah, as you mentioned, the serve too. I'm even thinking about how heavy Cobolli's just going to keep hitting that kicker into the Felix backhand and say, deal with it.
Yeah,
right.
He's just gonna. Felix's backhand is steady, but you won't see Felix hitting screaming winners off of that, off of that wing, and you might see screaming winners off of that wing of Flavio, right? So, I actually go Cobolli in 4. I go Cobolli in 4. I think Felix maybe levels us up at 1-all. And then Cobolli kind of just runs away with it in 3 and 4. I just feel like I just don't trust Felix in this situation. I don't trust him entirely. Like I wouldn't outwardly say, Felix to make the semis here for sure. And he's done well to get to this point, but we were looking at a real possibility that he would go out round 1 and everyone would kind of be like, oh well, we're a bit shocked, but it's
Not
Felix.
surprising.
Right?
Yeah. I think I'm with you. Different venue, maybe different circumstances. I would say it is, 50-50, maybe a little bit of a favor to Felix. But yeah, for me, slow clay, expectations, atmosphere, opportunity. I'm just going to lean Cobolli here. And yeah, I think 4 is a fair call. Just a serviceability, right?
I think it's funny that the first time that there have been 3 Italians in the quarterfinals of a slam, and there's no Sinner or Musetti.
Yeah. The
There
two
you go.
that have been best ranking wise. And no
Yeah.
Sinego.
Yeah.
I don't know, he came to mind.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Summers and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paulini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Let's get the score up for you on the screen. Felix is serving first and he's down 15-30. And we're already going to have a couple of break points here for Flavio Cobolli at 15-40. Do let me know your thoughts in the live chat as to who's going to win this encounter. Look how deep Flavio is on the court. Look how he's defending somehow. I mean, somehow Felix has missed that backhand. Okay, so we've got 2 break points already out of the gate here for Flavio Cobolli. Cobolli misses that backhand cross court, so it's 30-40. Good serve here from... Oh, what about that for a volley from Felix at the net under pressure as well? Deuce.
Sehr weit hinten von Cobolli. Findet wieder stark.
Okay, second serve. Forehand here from Cobolli into the forehand of Fonseca, from Felix, which goes into the net. So we're going to have a third break point here for Flavio Cobolli. Straight out of the gate. Okay, forehand return into the forehand of Felix. Backhand now into the backhand of Felix. And it's, of course, a backhand error from Felix Auger-Aliassime. And we've got the early break for Flavio Cobolli. He leads by 1-0. Okay. Okay, Mackenzie is through in the juniors. Love 15 here. Second serve for Felix to look at here at love 15. $15 all. And it's going to be a second serve here at 15 all for Felix to look at. Oh, a loose forehand now from Felix. Sorry, from Cobolli. 15-30. Maybe the conditions, which I think many suspected thought would affect Felix more than Cobolli, and they might be right long term. But we might see a few more breaks today of serve as a result. Flavio attacking, but Felix is defending, but he can't defend that. The forehand's going to go long, 30 all. To get voting in our poll, let me know in the live chat who you think is going to win, Felix or Cobolli. Okay. Oh, good depth there from Felix. Can he set up a break point? Thought about coming into the net, chose not to, but that drop shot from Felix is not going to work. 40-30. Backhand here from Felix into the runaround forehand for Flavio. Staying on that backhand, of course, because it's the weaker side of Felix, no doubt. Drop shot here. Felix is going to get there, though. He's one of the quickest on tour. Deuce. Okay, serves down the tee. Forehand from Cobolli into the forehand of Felix, which is really good. Now it's another forehand for Felix. To the backhand of Flavio. Look at that win, people. Stay on the backhand, do you think? But that slice from Flavio is going to go wide. So it's going to be a break point for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Backhand return from Felix. Staying on that. Oh, that's going to go long. One game all. So the good start for Flavio has been undone. Okay. Crazy day in Paris. Is it going to get any crazier? One game all here. Felix to serve. Forehand return from Cobolli. Oh, a little cheeky neck cord there for Felix. Miss hit from Felix. Lucky boy there. Seems a bit less windy than it was earlier. A little bit. Good forehand there from Flavio, and it's going to force the error on the forehand side from Felix. Love 15.
Eine Strategie, die sie überlegt haben. Muss man natürlich umsetzen können. Auch so ein Match verändert sich schon mal, aber man kommt normalerweise mit einem Plan ins Match. Sollte man zumindest.
Okay, forehand to forehand right now. Oh, Cobolli trying to go to the backhand of Felix. Didn't work, went into the net.
15 all.
nicht demonstriert hat. Zum wiederholten Male hier in Paris. Ja. Schon 5-3 geführt im zweiten. Schon warm gemacht für unser Match? Ja, ja. Wir waren schon ready. Genau. Stattdessen Diana Schneider im Halbfinale gegen Maja Chwalinski.
Okay. Oh, we're going to be close to 30,500 subscribers in a moment. We are 2 away.
Aber sie machen auch irre Spaß, finde ich. Also neue Gesichter, neue Persönlichkeiten, neue Spieler.
Okay, drop shot here, but Flavio should get there in time and wins the point 15-30. Here's our subscriber count. If somebody watching right now hasn't subscribed and you hit subscribe, you'll see this number here. Click over. It'll be you who made the difference. As soon as that clicks over, I'll put the score back on. 15-30 here. I'll tell it to you anyway. 1 game all, 15-30. On the Felix serve. Okay, forehand here for Felix. Into the backhand of Flavio Cobolli. Forehand again from Felix. Backhand Flavio goes into the net. 30 all.
Ich denke, der wendet sich wohl, ehrlich gesagt. Weil vorhin kam er, wenn man die Kamera das wieder von links. Jetzt habe ich das Gefühl, kommt der eher von rechts. Das ist der Papa. Genau. Komplett tief im Gesicht. Zweimal was offen.
Okay, 30-40, another break point opportunity. So, break point opportunity for Flavio Cobolli to re-establish that break advantage lead. Oh, what a forehand winner that is from Felix.
Seit Ewigkeiten schon an der Seite von Auger-Aliassime. Hat es auch schon mal mit Tony Nadal als Supercoach probiert, hat aber nicht geklappt. Ja, da gab es damals auch Kritik, als er sich dann mal gesteigert hatte, dass man Federic Fontaine so viel wegnimmt und alles auf Tony Nadal schiebt, dass er so verantwortlich dafür sei und eigentlich Fontaine geprägt habe. Aber es macht schon was, so eine Stimme von außen, von so einer prominenten Figur, das weißt du am besten.
Okay, Juice here. Look at the clay being blown about. Poor kids there. Okay, to the rally, Juice. Good depth there from Flavio, but equally good depth from Felix. Nice forehand there, angle from both players. Now it's Flavio changing directions. Flavio comes into the net, doesn't put the backhand volley away. Advantage Felix Auger-Aliassime. Okay, forehand now for Felix. Backhand from Cobolli. Drop shot from Felix. Cobolli should get there with a slice down the line. And that's going to go out. Deuce from Felix. My tea is done, so I'm just going to take the tea bag out. One all deuce. Oh, that thought about creeping over the net, but it didn't. So a game point now for Felix. Backhand return from her. Backhand from Sabalenka goes into the net. Diana Schneider wins. 3-6, 7-5, 6. Forehand here from Felix. Felix comes back into the net. Little net cord there for him, and he's going to win the point perhaps as a result. 2-1, he leads. So, we are on serve. We've had one break each. Felix has just held for 2-1. Sabalenka just is looking so annoyed how that panned out. I didn't see it coming. I'm sure she didn't see it coming. I'm sure no one except maybe Diana Schneider and maybe her coach, Sasha Bayin, saw it coming. But I'm also telling you now, the conditions. I mean, it's 2 years now in a row that Sabalenka's been there in windy, breezy, blustery conditions in the French capital, and just seen a stubborn opponent who's just not missing. And oh, we just gained a subscriber. Thank you for that. Still shocked about Sabalenka win got her again like it did last year. Indeed, I think Cobolli wins as well, for what it's worth. Victory belongs to the most tenacious indeed. Just seen. He's speechless, she says. Tough conditions indeed. 10 games in a row. Schneider before today had one top 10 win in her career. She's first time in a semi-final at a Grand Slam, Diana Schneider. Okay, Cobolli here now, 1-2 down, has the smash into the backhand of Felix, which is going to go long. So 15 love. First time in a semi-final at a Grand Slam, Diana Schneider. Even the wind is playing havoc with this interview, with the microphone and everything flying around. Okay, 15 love here for Cobolli. Felix goes long on the forehand. Playing havoc with this interview, with the microphone and everything flying around. So this is our semi-final lineup on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. 30 love here for Felix. Gentlemen, I mean, this and one of these two at the bottom of the screen will be licking their lips at the final. I would have thought maybe Jana Schneider has other ideas, or maybe Maya Kloinska, who was ranked outside the top 100 going into this tournament, has other ideas. And what an unlikely semi-final we now have between Jana Schneider and Klavinska. Look at that wind and the clay. Reminds me of the French Open semi-final between Nadal and Federer in 2019. Drop shot from Cobolli doesn't work, so 40-30. To that semi-final. It's 1-0 for Jana Schneider. Cobolli holds 2-all. I think there's two factors, the wind and an unbelievable level from Schneider. Okay, Felix to serve here at 2-all. One break each, one hold each. Not yet, Ghosty, but not that I'm aware of, but I'm sure she'll be in press about now. Felix comes into the net for a serve volley, and Cobolli tries to chase it down and put it down the line, but in the end he puts it into the net. Okay, 2-love, 30 love. Sorry, 2-all, 30 love, I should say. I mean, with Sabalenka, we've been here before. Thinking of that Coco match last year. I think there was just she got consumed with anger, I think, once she was broken in that third set. Okay, Felix comes in for a serve volley here. Oh, and he puts that volley, not the first one, because he actually, instead of serve volleying it, he actually picks up a half volley. And then he has a volley on the second one, which he dumps into the net. So 30-15. Yeah, I just think there's slightly different natures to all of them. It's just because she's so good and so consistent that she's in quarters, she's in semis, she's in finals. She wins more than anyone else and she loses more than anyone else because she's there all the time. A forehand here from Felix goes long. So it's not like Felix and it's not like we're going, oh, you know, Felix loses a lot of Grand Slam semi-finals. Well, he's only played one. Yeah, they do, because she's so unbelievably good. And it's always on her racket because of the nature of her game. There's no one on the planet that can take the racket out of Arena's hands. But percentage-wise, it's kind of 50-50. think about it. For every crazy loss, I can give you a crazy win. I'm thinking Madrid final of 2023 against Swiatek. I'm thinking Australian Open final of 2023 against Rybakina. Of course. And because when you see her miss a shot, it's more dramatic than anyone else because it's just hit at 100 miles an hour and you see the expression on her face. But think about some of the wins she's had over Pegula in big matches in New York. Crazy matches, including the semi-final last year, I think it was. Double fault from Felix, so we're at deuce. I think it seems like she has more mega painful losses than anyone else because she's in more big match. She's in every big match, right? She's there. She had an incredibly deep win, saving a championship point against Rybakina in Indian Wells this year, right? Sometimes she comes on the right side, sometimes she comes on the wrong side. Today she was on the wrong side of it. But given the precision of her game, and given the nature of those two opponents, and Deanna Schneider and Coco Gauff, yeah, they're gonna cause her troubles in those conditions. She'll be there in the quarters or the semis or the final at Wimbledon, and she might lose, but she doesn't lose. She's so good. She hasn't lost a match at a Grand Slam in straight sets in 27,000 years. Felix holds, by the way, for 3-2. She's so good that's why it's because she doesn't fold. We haven't seen a 4-1 loss like was it 4-1 or 5-1 that Iga had against Kostyuk in the fourth round here? We don't see those losses. They don't ever happen because she's so good that she doesn't lose in straight sets. They are low lows, but they're lows because they're fine losses. You know, if she lost 6-1, 6-2 in the second round at Wimbledon, you know, is that a low? Is that more of a low than losing in the final from a set up against Coco in New York or same as also in Paris? Is it better to lose in the second round 1 and 2? Maybe you get over it quicker. You get over it quicker, but the early loss in straight sets is a sign of a wider malaise. It's a sign that you're not going to be back in a semi-final or final soon. Whereas you lose in the quarters when you're up a set and a double break, or you lose a French Open final or US Open final from a set up, or you lose an Australian Open final from a breakup in the third, it also suggests you're going to be back there very, very, very soon if you are just doing it non-stop. She did. She bounced back better than I thought, Anisimova. But again, it's a different situation. Anisimova just isn't playing these matches. No one in world tennis on the women's side is playing these matches that often. And therefore, no one is winning as many or is losing as many. And she doesn't lose in straight sets. I'm actually serious. She's 118 matches now at Grand Slams. 118 matches where she has always won a set in a row. That's why these matches seem worse in a way, in terms of the so near and yet so far. Because she's always competing. She's always close. To give you some context, okay? To give you some context, she's on a 118 match streak, right? Iga Swiatek went out of the French Open in straight sets, and she went out of the Australian Open in straight sets, and she went out of the US Open in straight sets. So she's on a 3 Grand Slams in a row exit in straight sets. It hasn't happened to Sabalenka in years and years and years and years. To give you more context, Coco Gauff loses in the Australian Open this year in straight sets. She's on a, I don't know, 4 or 5 match non-straight sets loss. Not even that, 3. She takes a set off Potapova in her loss. You know, one more. Should we go for? Elena Rybakina hasn't lost in straight sets in a slam since US Open last year, maybe? No, she lost then in 3 sets to Vondrousova. She loses at Wimbledon to Towson last year. So that's why, people. That's why. Right, Cobolli here with a game point at 40-30 to get to 3-all. Okay, and it is indeed 3 games all. Listen, if Sabalenka was going out of every Grand Slam in the 3rd round, but always in 3 sets, then okay, that's another thing, right? But what about this? Let's look back at Sabalenka in the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? What are we looking at since? By the way, she's got some really good records. She's won Grand Slams in 2 of the 4. She's won the Australian Open doubles and she's won the US Open doubles as well. She's been in 3 Wimbledon semi-finals. She's been in a French Open final, and she's won the Australian Open twice and the US Open twice. I mean, I think we're going back to something like 5 years of just unbelievable consistency. If I go Sabalenka, French Open 2021, she lost in the 3rd round to Pavlyuchenkova in 3 sets, by the way. She wins the 2nd set 6-2. She got bageled by Pavlyuchenkova. Look at this scoreline against Pavlyuchenkova in 2021. Got bageled by Pavlyuchenkova in the 3rd set. Looks familiar. What do you mean, Ghosty? Have I tallied up her set win-loss ratio in that time? I mean, we can just basically guess, right? If she's not lost a match in straight sets, but she's always in quarters, semis, and finals, she's probably won like 200 sets and lost 10. Is it still winning for Felix and Cobolli? Yes, it is. The first 4 games in particular was very windy. It might have just dropped a bit in the last 5 minutes, though. So let's keep an eye on that, Matthew. 2 game points here for Felix to get to 4-3. Two game points now for Felix here, 40-15. And he does indeed hold for 4-3. Maybe Ghosty, maybe. Yeah, maybe she is more dominant in her wins, but she's also more dominated in her losses. Ultimately, it's all about slam titles, right? But your question was, the frame of your question was, why is she involved in so many painful losses? I think I've answered that categorically, right? Why is she involved in more painful losses than Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff seemingly, or Elena Rybakina? She's just involved in more of those matches, and she runs her opponents much closer. Very good, Ghosty. I think Felix will be the happier regarding the first 7 games. He goes down an early break, but gets it back on serve, and he's serving first and got the scoreboard pressure up 4-3. I also made Cobolli the slight favourite going in, so I think for him to settle like this, it's fine. He's also someone that could have been unnerved a bit more by the win, given the pace of his game. And if that does now settle down a bit, yeah, maybe that's better for him. It's 1-0 for Diana Schneider on the main tour. That win, Schneider, that win came in Istanbul, in Turkey, in 2022, and I think it was like it's like an ITF. Yeah, it's an ITF event in 2022, in April 2022. An ITF 21A, which honestly, I'm not even sure what that means. ITF 21A, I'm going to see if I can fathom out what that means. Okay, Cobolli here serving at 15-all. It's a low-level ranking match list. Yeah, she did. She lost. Yeah, 12 of that. I think it was me who said that, Ghosty, right? She lost 10 games in a row. She loses 12 of the last 13. She was up 4-1 with a double break and 30 love in the second set. She was serving for the match and gets to 30-all. That game will haunt her. That's the game. She's serving for the match. She gets to 30-all, but also, even at 15 love, she misses a ball by millimeters into the tram line. And I even said at the time, you know, from 30 love, she wins this match. And she misses a shot by millimeters. The second thing as well is there was also, I think there was that the game when she had a horrible smash into the net? Maybe. But there was also a really horrible volley from her. I remember that in that game where she decides on the backhand, I think it is, or maybe on the forehand, she decides to go in the opposite direction. It was on the forehand. The ball is, I'm going to stand up for this. Shall I get my racket as well? Let's go big screen just to explain this volley, okay? Let me get my racket. Which, by the way, you can get some tennis rackets from Tennis Warehouse Europe if you wish. So, here we go. You ready for this demonstration? I know you're loving this, Ghosty. So she has a volley at, I think, 30-all, but it's certainly in the game when she's serving for the match. And she puts this volley away, and she gets a match point, and she wins the match, and she's in the semi-final. Ghosty's witch hunt narratives are all long gone and forgotten. In fact, they never even exist until she ends up losing in the semis or the finals from a set and a breakup because she's so good. Anyway, she gets a volley like this. It's not on top of the net, but it is close proximity. Okay? Now, the normal thing is when the ball is coming at you, it's from a backhand cross court from Schneider. And to be honest with you, the best thing I think to do is just put it back over in the opposite direction. Even if it's not the cleanest of volleys, Schneider's struggling from her court position to get on it. And even if she does somehow get on it, you've got an even easier volley again. Instead, she kind of out-tricks herself, outsmarts herself, and goes for the volley back in the opposite direction, dumps it in the tram lines, and the rest, my friends, is history. Tennis Warehouse Europe, people. Get your stuff from there and get yourself a discount using the code TALK10 at checkout. Okay, we've got Love 30 here. It was a great return from Cobolli. And it was an awful volley from Felix. I'm going to go, Steve. I would love to get Tennis Warehouse on board from other parts of the world. Of course, there's I think the main sort of shop is in the US, so that I do know they have alternatives. And given the wide-ranging, huge audience we get from the US, that would be better. Thanks, Ghosty. I'm glad you liked it. Love 1530. If you're within eye shot, I'll give you a wave from my balcony, but I'm stuck doing a tennis commentary at the moment. Flavio Cobolli against Felix Auger-Aliassime. There is a Tennis Warehouse Asia, I think. Yeah, I'm sure there is. It's funny because right now we're in the early stage of this match, so we don't see the on-court interviewers and all those other people. Oh, good play here from Felix. That's nice and dominating.
It's a low-level ranking match, let's say, with not an upcoming clash at the same.
Because I always wonder if you're a player, and let's just say you're on the verge of defeat, much like Diana Schneider was today, and you see Amelie Mauresmo, the tournament director, hovering. You see the famous French guy who says 2005, 2006, 2006, 2002, whatever it is, you know, and all the times that Nadal, you know, that guy, the commentator guy. Plus, you've got the on-court interviewers. Maybe it's, you know, Marion Bartoli, I think was today, wasn't it? You see those people hovering and you're like, ah, the end is nigh. The Grim Reapers are here. And yet, Diana Schneider managed to avoid that Grim Reaper today. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Sabalenka and her. When was the last time she competed in a Grand Slam and didn't make the quarters? I'm going to suggest French Open 2021, 5 years ago. Let's have a look, shall we? So, 5 years ago at the French Open, she goes out in the third round, getting bageled by Pavlyuchenkova in the third round, sorry. Oh, no, 2022, she loses. Wow, what is going on with Sabalenka and bagels at the French Open? She was bageled by Camilla Giorgi as well. Here we go. This has got to be a tweet, people. Do we think bageled, the verb to bagel, which I think is pretty much invented for tennis only? Anyway, I'm going to go with a double L. Oh, we've got a break point here for Cobolli. So 4-all, break point Flavio. Good serve there from Felix to get himself out of trouble. So we're back to juice. So Serena Sabalenka and being bageled at the French Open in a 3-set loss is a thing. Diana Schneider joins an eclectic bunch in achieving this feat, along with Camila Giorgi and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. Felix holds for 5-4. She's also dished out a few bagels, Sabalenka, including to Iga Swiatek last year. Okay. Anisimova beat Sabalenka in straight sets at the French Open in 2019. How about that? Kiki Bertens beat Sabalenka 6-2, 6-1 in 2018. Sabalenka didn't even make it out of qualifying in 2017, losing to the Turkish player Soylu in a 7-6 third set tiebreaker. You're not mentioning that in your thesis. Ghosty. Okay, Cobolli here serving 4-5. There's that wind. People were asking, I think Matthew was asking whether the wind is still having an effect. I think it's very likely, Ghosty. And everyone going nuts about how amazing this. Listen, it has been a great French Open, don't get me wrong. I'm just a bit concerned about the next 3 or 4 days, which is often how we do end up remembering tournaments, especially years to come. Let's say Kostyuk wins it, you know, 0-1 in the final, and she wins in straights against Milo Andreeva, for example. Zverev ends up winning it without dropping a set in the next couple of days, you know. Sorry to urinate on your bonfire, people. Okay, a little bit of danger here for Flavio. Although he has averted that by winning the next point to get to 40-30. Game point now for Flavio.
Their upcoming clash at the semi-finals tomorrow on the Parisian clay. The Parisian clay. Wow, I'm still getting my breath back from that previous encounter. That Diana Schneider dug really deep when she's 4-1 down, double break in the second set to win. Her path to the final.
Okay, Juice here on the Cobolli serve.
The final has also been interesting, and that's back-to-back matches now where Schneider has got a bagel, because she also bageled Madison Keys. So some Grand Slam winners she's skipping over the bagel.
Oh, we're going to get a set point here for Felix Auger-Aliassime.
Has also been back matches now where Schneider has got the Grand winners she's skipping over the bagel in the third set here. You can see 3-set wins over Keys now in Sabalenka. Before that, she beat Olinikova.
Okay, how's this set point going to pan out? Second serve here for Felix.
Interesting.
Okay, backhand return. Forehand from Flavio. Is that going to be too good? Yes, it is. Deuce.
Interesting. And that's also bageled Madison Keys. See. The final has also been interesting, and that's back-to-back matches now where
Deuce.
got a bagel, because she also bageled Madison Keys. So some Grand Slam winners she's skipping over with bagels in the third set here. As you can see, 3-set wins over Keys now in Sabalenka. Before that, she beat Olinikova and Kessler and Zarazua in straight sets. But when she goes into that fourth
game point, Felix. Game point, sorry, Flavio.
You're thinking, okay, Keys will put power away, but Diana had other ideas when he gets 6-love in the third. And again today, winning 10 games in a row. Sabalenka serving for the match as well at 5-4. And she's up 15-love, and she has chances, but she doesn't take them. Instead, it's Diana Schneider who powers on through in a huge upset, winning this match 6-love.
Okay, back to Juice.
before the match as well at 5-4. And she's up 15 love and she has chances, but she doesn't take them.
Felix is going to have another set point here because that did land out.
Said it's Diana. Said it's Diana Schneider who powers on through in a huge upset, winning this match 6-love in the third. As for the semi-final against Klavinska, well, Klavinska as well has kind of shocked the tennis world on.
Felix wins the first set by 6-4, people. That goes out. Wow. An hour and 1 minute. Could be here for the long haul, people. Could be here for the long haul. Cobolli goes off court. And it's been a crazy, strange French Open, hasn't it, so far? Oh, Flavio. Is it Diana or Diana? I think it's Diana. Diana Schneider. We'll take a quick break and then we'll be back.
Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of home page, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff, exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid. But these are just some of the things, some of the interviews, and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay.
Can, if you haven't already done so. But wow, Victor here is confident that Schneider will beat the pole. But wow. Opponent. But how do I see this one going? Victor here is confident that Schneider.
Okay, I've got Sabalenka here talking.
No thoughts, no emotions. Just want to quit tennis right now, but we'll see. We'll see in a few days. Hopefully I'll get back on track mentally.
Just want to quit tennis right now, she says. Oh, they've closed the roof, have they, for Felix against Cobolli?
I mean, just from your perspective, just what happened in the final 10 games in the third set, particularly.
I feel like I had very decent opportunities in the second set. I screw up and then she stepped in and she played great. And
I messed up big style, she says, in the second set.
Mentally, I couldn't really recover after the second set, and that really, yeah, I think that was the biggest mistake from me.
My question was going to be similar. Just what was, as the match was slipping away from you, what were you trying to do to change the direction of it or to slow it down, and what just wasn't working for you to be able to, find the breaks? It's a very uncharacteristic kind of match for you.
Yeah, I don't know when was the last time that happened to me that I lost 10 games in a row, but
Just listening to Arena right now.
I guess mentally I got into a very deep, dark hole over there, and I just
Sabalenka said, mentally I got into a deep, dark hole.
Mentally on track.
And I couldn't get mentally back on track. Well, I think that's pretty obvious, really, for all concerned. Felix hits a double fault here, so we get to 15 all. Maybe. Okay. There were a couple of things I wanted to share with you on the screen, actually.
Mentale Breakdown, hat sie gesagt. Wusste selber nicht, ich kann nicht raus aus diesem.
Ja, dass das auch so einer Weltklasse-Spielerin passiert. Nummer 1 der Welt, dominierende Spielerin dieses Jahr. Auch das Match war klar in ihrer Hand. Und dann so ein Fauxpas.
Letzte Null, die sie bekommen hat, kurz nachgeschaut, war übrigens gegen die ehemalige Spielerin von Sascha Wein, gegen Donna Vekic. Da verlor sie auch 6-0 im dritten in Dubai.
Aber das ist natürlich die Chance für viele andere Spielerinnen. Ich denke, da war eine gute Hälfte kurz Schuck André war.
Normal müsste die Siegerin von da kommen. Normal ist das morgen vorgezogenes Endspiel.
So yeah, roof being closed on Philippe Chatrier. I'm sure Felix Auger-Aliassime is pretty happy with that. So 40-30 here on the Felix serve. Still a game point here for Felix. Snatching that first set. I think Felix would be very happy with this roof being closed, by the way. It's a bit of an epic rally we've got going on in front of us right now. Oh, Felix putting a forehand into the net.
Nicht der längste war 27 Schläge. Im ersten Satz. Wieder lässt er sich viel Zeit.
Aber alles noch im Reglement, wo der Schiedsrichter schon ein, zwei Mal darauf hingewiesen hat, Junge, du bist knapp an einer Verwarnung.
Breakpoint Cobolli.
Ja, Felix lässt immer die Voranzeige auf. Wird jetzt hier bestraft.
Ja, Cobolli steht eigentlich selber gern in der Rückhandecke und spielt da mit der Vorhand. Aber wir sehen, was er auch für eine Rückhandqualität entwickeln kann. Und sich gleich mal den Breakball. In München, ich war da vor Ort bei der WM Open im Halbfinale gegen Alexander Zverev gewonnen. Ich habe mir das Training angeschaut von Sascha und hast auch deutlich gesehen, was er da vorhatte.
Felix saves the breakpoint.
Und dann Rückhand Longline abziehen. Das war jetzt hier aufgrund der Bedingung gar nicht so möglich, aber ich denke auch, das könnte für Auger-Aliassime eine Option sein.
Wir waren an dem Tag auch bei der WM Open.
Ja, ich weiß auch warum.
Die Village haben wir nochmal nachträglich geehrt.
Cool, Felix painting lines here. Cobolli missing a forehand.
Ja, auf jeden Fall unser Mentor. Sehr viel gelernt von ihm, nicht nur im Davis Cup. Auch privat waren wir alle gut mit ihm befreundet, mit seiner Frau. Ein großer Mann für den deutschen Sport gewesen.
Big hold for Felix. One love.
Victor here is confident that Schneider will beat the pole.
Zweifelt an sich gerade ein bisschen, dass er diese Chance hat liegen lassen. Aber Auger-Aliassime serviert wirklich stabil. Das wird sich jetzt auch nie verändern aufgrund des geschlossenen Dachs.
Ja, eher besser werden.
I'm going to go for Diana Schneider in 3 sets. Do join us for our Do join us for our next watch, coming up very shortly, between Felix Auger-Aliassime and Flavio Cobolli. Also, let me know in the comment section who is winning the French Open. Is it going to? Also, Three sets. Also, let me know in the comment section who is winning the French Open. Is it going to be my Flavio?
Jetzt hat man es so abgerundet, dieses Stadion. Ist schon schöner geworden.
Generell wurden alle Center Courts der großen 4 Turniere der 4 Slams alle wurden renoviert. Teilweise neu gebaut in New York. Alle haben ein Dach. Ich werde investieren, aber so ein populärster Sport, ein echter globaler Sport geworden über die Jahre. Deswegen müssen auch die Plätze dementsprechend aussehen.
Ja, gilt natürlich auch für die deutschen Turniere, die da auch nachrücken.
Okay, 15 all here on the Cobolli serve.
Stichwort Hamburg zum Beispiel.
Some big forehands here from both of these players. And that's a miss-hit forehand from Felix, 30-15.
eine Art deutsche Rasensaison. Mit den Bossroten, mit dem Bad Homburg, mit Berlin.
Halle nicht zu vergessen.
Halle.
Is it going to be Netherlands?
Turniere.
Live hier auf Eurosport und HBO Max, die Turniere in Halle in Berlin und Bad Homburg.
That goes long from Felix. So suddenly we're at 40, 15.
Landrover, or is it going to be incredibly Diana?
Good hold.
Saying credit, we might come into this probably an even bigger story come from outside. Do let me know what you think. Of course. Hit the like button and subscribe and all that other jazz. You're also going to get reminded of that in just a moment. We'll bring this stream to an end. What an incredible stream it has been. Not, of course, if you are Arina Sabalenka or a fan of the Belarusian, who is very much in a bad state right now. It's another incredibly painful loss for Arina. There's been so many.
Okay, 15 love, unreturned serve.
Think about it. She's got a nail biter with Anis that ultimately she gets back this year, sorry. Elena Rybakina, but somehow lets that Mukova in the deciding set in the French Open of 2023. Lets that slip. She lets slips one set advantages over Coco Gauff as well in the US Open final.
Felix looking good right now.
She's going to have to dig deep once again, lick her wounds and come desperately seeks her first. So let's see. Maybe she can get that done.
Der hat hier nur ein Match gewonnen, den Roland Garros, hat die mal mir aufgelistet. 7 verloren. Nicht so erfolgreich.
So schön.
Nee.
There's probably an even comment section, of course. If you let me know what you think in the comment section.
40 love here for Felix. He's looking very comfortable at the moment on serve. Got broken in his opening service game of the match, but hasn't been broken since. And he does indeed hold to love. Okay, feels like a bit like after the Lord Mayor's show right now with the drama that we saw in the first 2 matches today on the women's side. On the stretch there. Who's going to be stretching their ways into the semi-finals? Felix or Flavio Cobolli? To get voting in our poll as to who you think is going to win out of Felix and Flavio in the battle of the Fs. We'll also have a watch along for in the battle of the Matteos, Berrettini against Arnaldi. That'll be up later as well. So Flavio here, 1-2, love 15. Am I getting a bit too dramatic for this moment? It's on serve in the second set, and I'm going love 15. all on the turn serve. $15.30. Going to be a smash here for Felix. And he's going to have 2 break points at 15.40. Felix Auger-Aliassime. People. Okay, break point here. On the forehand of Felix. Of course, it's into the backhand, but that's decent backhand. But he'll want to get away of this backhand scenario. It's now on the forehand of Felix. Backhand Felix. He had a chance to come into the net there, but oh, and it doesn't matter because Cobolli's erred. 3-1. So it's a set and a break advantage now for Felix. Wow. That has landed just out from Felix. So it is love 15 here as he tries to consolidate. Come on, Cobolli, this sucks, says Ghosty. It's a lofted ball up here, and the smash is going to be pretty horrible from Cobolli, so it's 15 all. Oh, Felix can't pick that up. 30 all. Good passing effort there from Cobolli that Felix was on the stretch for and couldn't get it back over the net. So 30 all. Look at this. Our subscriber count is just clicking up little by little. Are we going to get a break point or a game point here? Serve volley for Felix, which he messes up. He messes up the backhand volley. I don't dislike the tactic. The volley was there to be put away. He just didn't put it away. Do you want another demonstration? Shall I just be like the players? I'm going to be Felix on that backhand volley there. There we go. That was Felix's backhand volley. Here we go. Felix now, ready to serve. Down the tee. On the forehand, which he's messed up. I thought indoors was my thing. Nah. Back on serve, people. There you go. You don't get that on Cam Williams. Right, we're on serve here. 2-3. That's what I thought. Yeah, I hope the BAFTAs are watching too. You don't need a subscription for TNT or whatever when you got me, you know, just basically perfectly reenacting the moment. Do you know the series Police Squad, Ghosty? From the 70s? The precursor to the Naked Gun videos, Naked Gun films. Hey, Talking Tennis, says someone in the live chat here on Twitch. Locks. Oh, Police Squad is brilliant. When they reenact like a murder scene or something. Yeah, with Leslie Nielsen. And there's a bit when they're reenacting the murder in a bank, I think it is. So funny. And one of the characters have all got funny names like Jack Twice and Filled In. See if I can get the text from the scene at least. Who shot who? Twice. Jack Twice. Jim Fell. There's a character called Jim Fell. I forget the first name, but someone once filled in the night watchman who wasn't there. Jim Johnson, the teller who was shot. Jim Fell, the auditor who had flu. Jack Twice, the armed robber. Sally Decker, of course. Sally Decker. Jim Fell. Jim Fell's the teller. No, Jim Johnson. Filled in. He's the night watchman. Ooh. This is Sally Decker. Hello, Miss Decker. Captain Frank Drebin. Cigarette? Yes, it is, yeah. As I turned, Jim Fell. Jim Fell was the teller. Right, 3 game points here for Flavio Cobolli. Puts a forehand wide, so it's 40-15. I wonder if he knows who Jim Fell is. Well, indeed. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. But this scene, you've got to see it. I don't know if this will work. The scene you're talking about is from Airplane. with Don't Call Me Shirley. Oh, Vavasori and Irani winning in doubles today. I mean, Vavasori and Irani, what a combo. Mind you, Laura Sigmund was on the other side of the net, and she's a pretty potent doubles player. Vavasori just gave Seda Irani a funny look. Right. Felix Auger-Aliassime, the roof closes. He holds serve comfortably. He then breaks, gets to 3-1. And you're thinking, oh, a set and a break for Felix, and the indoor goat is flying. But Flavio Cobolli breaks back, and we're on serve now at 3-all. Backhand here from Flavio goes into the net. The forehand now, Flavio gets a little net cord, cheeky little net cord. Backhand Flavio, slice here from Felix goes into the net, and it's 15-all. Are we going to have a little bit of a winning streak here in terms of games for Cobolli, like Schneider? I'm going to see that kind of a run. Ooh, Cobolli on the attack. Cobolli on the attack. This is going to land out. So 15-30. Okay. $15.40. 2 break points for Flavio Cobolli. And he's going to get a second serve as well here at 15-40. Run around forehand return for Flavio. Forehand for Felix. Forehand from Flavio into the backhand of Felix. What a forehand that is from Flavio. And Felix can't deal with it. And Flavio now leads by a break, sorry. He's down a set, but he does lead by a break now in this second set and 4-3. So, advantage Flavio in this set. Those of you supporting the Italian, I'm sure, are very happy right now. 4-3, Cobolli leads. Now, of course, Cobolli was up an early break in the first set. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Then at 4-5, Felix strikes, wins the first set 6-4. Second set, it's Felix who draws first blood, gets to 3-1, serving for a 4-1 advantage. I think he gets to 30 all as well. There's a good passing shot from Cobolli that helps him get to 30 all that Felix can't deal with, and then snatches back the break, then holds comfortably and is now broken. So Cobolli's won 3 games in a row, back-to-back breaks on the Felix serve. The roof is closed. It got closed for the second set. We thought, okay, Felix wins the first set, goes up an early break in the second, and the roof is closed, and just basically everything is working for Felix, and suddenly he's the one on the back foot. But now he's on the back foot. He's hitting a forehand pass past Cobolli at the net. Love 15. Couple of people there just trying to learn the rules of tennis, no doubt. Okay, 15 all here on the Cobolli serve as he seeks to consolidate that break advantage. Okay, he's in charge of this rally, comes into the net. Felix doesn't pass. So, 30-15. And Felix dumps a backhand to the net, and it's now 40-15. The Italian's box looking a bit brighter now than it was 15 minutes ago, and the Felix box looking much more glum than it was 15 minutes ago when their boy led by a set and a break. He's not returned that serve, and it is Cobolli up 5-3. He's a game away from leveling this up at 1 set all. Is it raining in Paris? I'm guessing it has been raining, or it is raining, because the roof is closed. So it's either raining right now or it has just been raining over the last half an hour because they closed it at the end of the first set. The first set was a good hour long. Second set looks like it's going to be a bit quicker. Okay, serves down the tee. Forehand here for Felix. Into the backhand of Cobolli. Forehand Felix. Is he going to get this lob right? No, he's not. 15 love. Serves down the tee, ace. Okay, 40 love here for Felix. So 3 game points for the Canadian, who I'm sure he knows Leslie Nielsen, right? Fellow Canadian. Hour and 41 minutes on the clock. Sometimes matches are done in that time on the men's side, but not this one. Okay, backhand return into the net. So Felix holds to love. And now Cobolli's going to serve for the second set. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. $15 love for Cobolli here, and he's serving for the second set. Okay, backhand return here from Felix goes into the net, and it's 30 love. Flavio 2 points away now. Misses the first serve here at 30 love. Thought it was an ace down the tee for a moment. Okay, goes out wide into the forehand. Maybe surprising Felix a bit there. Flavio this time goes long with a forehand of his own. So it's 30-15. Can anyone stop Zverev? And if so, who? Felix goes long, 40-15. 2 set points now for Flavio Cobolli to get us to 1 set all here on Philippe Chatrier, where the roof is closed. First set it was open, second set it was closed. So wind not an issue really now with that roof being closed. An hour and 45 minutes on the clock, 5 to 6 local time. Serves down the tee. Oh, he must have just clipped the net on the way through there, because I was about to call ace. Miss hit return. Flavio Cobolli does indeed win this set. And we will take a quick break.
Ready. Play.
You join us here for the Seville ATP Challenger. Rock up a day to serve. What's he gonna serve up? Some tapas? A good first serve. Gives him a 40-love lead. This all Spanish affair against Auger-Aliassime. Not known for his big serving, but that was decent. That was not. Let the tennis do the talking. One-handed backhand clips the net. Bit fortunate there. Drop shot. Oh, you cannot teach that. You cannot teach that. Takes a 2-1 lead.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Is Flavio Cobolli back? Is he coming back from a set down to win this match? Well, he's done himself a huge favor by winning the second set 6-4. I can see Flavio Cobolli on the court. I don't see Felix. Where are you, Felix? You're just getting out your chair right now. It's going to be Felix to serve first at the beginning of what is now a 3-set shootout between these guns. Felix serving first and is up 15-love. Oh, loose backhand there from Cobolli, and it's 30-love. $40 here for Felix. Three game points for the Canadian to get an early lead in this third set. And he gets an ace down the tee. So, 1-love he leads. Who's the favorite right now? I'm leaning Cobolli, as I did pre-match. Okay, 30-15 here. $30 all. Huge rally here at 30 all. We're going to get a break point for Felix in the early stages of this third set. Good depth there from Felix. Now it's on his forehand. He's going to come into the net and he's going to put the volley away. Yes, 30-40. That's going to go out. Deuce. Ooh, much to the relief of Flavio Cobolli. And now it's at a game point. For Flavio Cobolli. Okay, backhand return here for Felix. That's on the forehand of Cobolli into the backhand of Felix, which goes into the net, and it is 1 game all. Just seeing the quote from JCF, Juan Carlos Ferrero, saying he'd be prepared to coach Yannick Sinner. That would get everyone talking. Yeah, but I mean, it would, but I think the team is pretty secure for the foreseeable future. Did you pick Cobolli even if you knew the roof would be shut? Matthews, good question. I picked Cobolli in a sort of 55, 60, 40, 55, 45, 60, 40 scenario. So you can imagine, knowing that the roof was closing, I would perhaps revise that opinion. It's funny enough, though, of course, he's lost the set since the roof closed. So, and he is an indoor goat, I know, but it's still clay. And indoors, or roof being closed on Chatrier, it's still not quite the same as Basel, Vienna, or Turin. But it narrows the gap. If I was say, let's say 60-40 for Cobolli before, the roof closing makes it more like 52-48, but I'm still just leaning Cobolli. No doubt the roof being closed is a factor, all the rest of it. But I think the gap between these two on clay is significant enough for me still just to lean Cobolli. Got to bounce. See you, Ghosty. Great day together. We will have the last match today with Amanda and Valdez and Carson. bringing you the last match today, which of course will be the battle of the Matteos, Berrettini, and oh, what a backhand pass down the line from Flavio Cobolli. Amanda Carson, maybe a bit of Zach, maybe a bit of Jack. Valdez as well. Oh, he's mishit that forehand, though. He's not hit that forehand right. I think he does win in the end, yeah. But we'll see. $30 all. 2 hours now. Run around forehand return. Forehand from Felix into the forehand of Cobolli. It's a big forehand from Cobolli. Felix is out of the court, but Felix is defending. Oh my goodness me. Felix Auger-Aliassime, take a bow with that backhand down the line. Huge moment. Goes down 30-40, and who knows? Maybe Cobolli could have blocked off that passage a bit better because there wasn't much of a chance for him to go cross-court here. So really, Cobolli's got to go a little bit further, but well done, Felix there. Great movement on the surface. The surface where, you know, his movement in the past has certainly been questionable. Drop shot. Felix is going to get there, but he's going to get past, surely, indeed. Deuce. Ten past 6, 2 hours exactly, and they are locked at 1 set all, 1 game all, and deuce. Felix about to serve down the tee, backhand return into the Felix forehand. It's going to be a drop shot. Cobolli's not going to get there. That's too good from Felix. Game point once again for the French Canadian. Backhand return into the forehand of Felix. Now it's on the forehand of Cobolli. He's defended that, but can he get to this one? He can, but he can't pass. 2-1 Felix. We will take a quick break.
Ready? Play.
I want one more thing from you, Francisca. Can you look at the camera? And I want you to say, I am Francisco Jorge, and I am a friend of the show. Can you try it?
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend. Wait.
Go. It's okay.
I'm Francisca George, and I'm a fan of the show.
One more time. Can you say, I'm a friend of the show?
Friend.
Like amigo.
Friend.
A friend. So, because we joke, we have players come on all the time. They have no idea, but after they've been on, we say, oh, Yelena Ostapenko is a friend of the show. She has no idea. But so if we get you to say, I am Francisca Jorge, or how you say your name, and
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect. Thanks, just want you to do me one more thing. I want you to hold the microphone. I want you to look in the... Don't be nervous. I mean, listen, you've just beaten Yelena Ostapenko.
I'm not nervous.
No, you shouldn't be. If you can beat Ostapenko twice in one day, you can do this for sure. I want you to look at the camera and just say, hi, my name is, say your name, and then say, and I'm a friend of the show.
Friend of the show?
Yeah?
Okay. Hi, my name is Susan, and I'm a friend of the show.
Say your whole name for me. That's the only thing I want.
Sorry.
Surname too. No, you're doing great.
You're
doing
cutting,
great.
huh?
Yeah, oh, I'll cut it up. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Cool. Thank you very much, Susan.
You're welcome.
Good luck for the rest of the tournament. And I will tag you on Instagram, and you can reject. I do have one more tiny thing, which is I want you to look into the camera.
Yeah.
I want you to say your name.
Yes.
And I want you to say, I am a friend of the show.
I'm a friend of the show. Okay.
Perfect, yeah.
My name is Zeynep Sönmez, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. And Felix may be back as well. Got love 30 here on the Cobolli serve. Okay, to the rally here. And it's going to be love 40 now on the Cobolli serve. He was very close to breaking a moment ago. Hate to see Sabalenka lose. Yeah, can you believe the Sabalenka meltdown? Well, I must say, during a watch along, I found it quite difficult to fathom. And you could just see the anger building in her during that third set. But yeah, the turning point was her serving for the match. Backhand return here from Felix. Are we going to get a break of serve here for Felix? Good backhand from Felix. You didn't say that very often. Oh, but now he's on the forehand. And he's just missed it. That was a chance. 15-40. $30,502 subscribers. Thank you very much for all of you who have hit subscribe. Cobolli saving another break point here to get us to 30-40. It's going to be a second serve as well for Felix to look at. And we're into the rally right now. That's on the runaround forehand for Felix into the forehand of Cobolli. And that forehand is loose, so it's deuce. Depends, really, King Cabana. I would say there's no one that's that close. I would say Lauda Siegmund had a shot at it a couple of years ago, but not anymore. Ivanov, the Bulgarian. Yeah, maybe he has a shot at it. If we meet him a couple more times at some challenges. Drop shot here from Felix doesn't work, so we've got a game point now for Cobolli. Cobolli hits a backhand down the line into the tram line. So deuce. Okay, into the backhand of Flavio. Felix still pressure. Still pressure. Now on the backhand of Flavio again. And it's a backhand fail from Felix Auger-Aliassime. And it's a game point for Flavio Cobolli. Cobolli holds for 2-all. That's big. From love 40 down. Good reserve there from Felix to get a 15 love. Okay, now it's 30 love. Misses the first serve, does Felix there. Thirty love, second serve. Flavio goes long, so it's 40 love. Comfortable hold, that for Felix. Three-two. We'll take a quick break and then I'll come back to some of your questions. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I saw a comment from King Cabana. Do you have any idea of the next tennis player will say I'm a friend of the show? Oh, okay, we already asked that one, yeah. All right, Cobolli here serving love 15. Okay. 30-15 now on the Cobolli serve. They exchange forehands. Huge forehand that from Cobolli goes long, 30 all. Good serve there from Flavio to get to 40-30. Flavio holds 3 all. Okay, into the valley here on the Felix serve. It's a lovely backhand up the line from Cobolli, love 15. Oh, big forehand from Felix, 15 all. Good serve down the tee there for an ace, 30-15. Okay, break point for Flavio Cobolli. Good serve down the tee. Short return. We're into the rally still, though, just about. Flavio on the stretch. And he's missed the forehand, Felix. 4-3, Flavio Cobolli. So, advantage Cobolli in this second set. Is it all going to be one-way traffic now for Flavio? Not so sure. $15 love for Flavio. $30 love, Flavio, edging towards a 2-1 advantage. $40-15 for Flavio Cobolli here. 2-game points. Oof. Felix takes a tumble. And it is 40-30. Just going to watch this again. Comes in for the drop shot here. Slides, falls, drops his racket, but ultimately wins the point. Wow. Ooh, Flavio had an easy forehand there, clipped the net and it lands out. So we're at deuce now. Is this going to get another twist, this match? Double fault, Flavio Cobolli. Break point, Felix Auger-Aliassime. I think the pressure might get to her, but I do make her a 51-49 favourite against Marta Kostic. And of course, the winner of that will be the overwhelming favourite in the final, whoever they face, but especially if it's Klavinska. Okay, Cobolli here serves. Ace. Cobolli activating his inner sinner there, yeah. Surely Berrettini comes out on top against Arnaldi. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's sure, but yeah. As for Berrettini Cobolli, I would make Cobolli the favourite. I'm making Cobolli the favourite to reach the final right now. It's not a huge favouritism because I think this side of the draw is a much more nip and tuck scenario, as Felix is showing right now. Oh, miss-hit forehand by Cobolli. Break point Felix. That was a nervous forehand from Cobolli. He had the chance, didn't he? He had the chance to put this away. Felix misses the forehand. We're back to deuce. Good backhand there from Felix, but we're still in the rally right now. Now it's on the Felix forehand. Felix dictating this rally. Flavio struggling. Breakpoint Felix. Okay. I think this is becoming a mental battle right now, and I think Cobolli has one or two demons to deal with. Ooh, just landed in that one. Deuce, well done, Flavio. Felix goes long. What a forehand from Flavio. He's won it. He's won the point. And he's held for 5-3. Well done, Flavio Cobolli. Whew. 5-3 he leads in this third set. Two hours and 30 minutes on the clock here. It's an interesting pattern on the front of Felix's t-shirt there that has emerged from the clay. And now it is Felix serving to stay in this third set. Good serve down the tee. Unreturned there for Felix, so he gets to 30 love. Smash here for Felix, 40 love. Backhand return. It's going to go long. Felix holds. So Flavio Cobolli, when they return to the court, will serve for this set. I've got a preview out for this that Brenner and I did, and we're both just leaning Andreeva. But the margins are super, super fine. I'd be surprised if it's a beatdown, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it's like 6-4, 7-6 to one player or the other. How does Kostyuk and Andreeva not? I'll not go 3 sets. I mean, I was talking about this with Mert yesterday when we were previewing Zverev against Mensik, that really there are some 4 and 5 set matches, and on the women's side 3 set matches, which are not that close. And yet there were plenty of straight set matches which are super close. And I would include the Madrid final where Kostyuk won in straights was super, super close. I think Andreeva had set points from the second set. You know, a shot here, a shot there, and that goes to a third set, and then maybe Miller wins. So that's the point, really. But yes, 3 sets would be a logical conclusion. I get that. Okay, Cobolli here serving for the set. Misses the first serve. $15 love. 3 points away. Good serve out wide. Now it's on the forehand, but he's missed the forehand. 15 all. There's the Cobolli team. Second serve here at 15 all. Forehand return. Okay, Felix's position here is a little bit out, but actually he's back to neutral. He's gone long on the backhand side. 30-15. Okay, Felix is complaining maybe about some people calling up. Somebody's calling out in the crowd, I think. And he's not happy about it. $30-15. Serves down the tee. Felix does well to get that back in play. He's not going to get that back in play, though. 40-15. 2 set points for Flavio Cobolli. Do I think the Ukrainians will make it frustrating for Andreeva with the loud cheers? No. Andreeva might get frustrated with her own tennis or even the tennis of her opponent, but no. Okay, 2 set points here for Cobolli. Surely he puts this away. He does. And we will take a quick break. We'll be back with you for the fourth set. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of homepage, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid, but these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of homepage, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win, 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 win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff, exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid. But these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of home page, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis. Okay. Felix holds for one love. Sorry for that little delay. Okay, Cobolli here serving. Love won in the fourth set, but he is up 2-1 on Felix. Oh, that's a huge forehand from Flavio. 15 love. Gonna put my tennis racket back. Oh, great backhand cross court there from Cobolli. $30 love for Flavio. And a miss-hit return that's going to land in from Felix. Bit fortunate, that one. Now he's on the forehand. Drop shot is not going to work at all from Felix. 40 love. He can't believe what happened there. Nor can I. Cobolli comes in for oh my goodness, Flavio Cobolli, what a pickup. 1-1. Good play here from Felix, moving his opponent around. 15 love. Okay, Felix misses the first serve. 3 pretty tight sets. Felix goes an early breakdown at the beginning of the match for 1 love, but then immediately breaks back. Lovely backhand up the line there from Felix to get to 30 love. Then it was nip and tuck for the rest of the set until 4-5, and Felix strikes to win that first set. He then goes up an early break in the second, and he's leading 3-1, but he can't consolidate the break that he gets for 3-1. Cobolli breaks back, then breaks again, and basically wins that second set. Third set was nip and tuck until about 3-all, I think. In fact, it was, 3-all. Then Cobolli gets the break for 4-3 and manages to see it out. And here we are, 2-1 for the Italian. On serve in the fourth. Oh, great return there from Cobolli. 40-15. And the return goes into the net. Felix holds for 2-1. I'm still leaning towards Cobolli. Okay. 30-15 on Cobolli's serve becomes 30 all. Big point this one for Flavio and for Felix. That's a backhand from Felix that goes stray. And it's 40-30. Forehand now in behind Felix on the backhand side. Well done, Felix, for getting that, but he's not going to get that one. And we are at 2 all. Where's your money at? Let me know in the live chat who you're backing to win this match from here. Okay, Felix to serve. 3 hours on the clock. Okay, forehand here from Felix. It's a big one to win. Oh, wow. Cobolli, you lucky boy with that net cord. That was weird. I mean, he did really well to defend it in that way. But look at this. It's a dead net cord off a defensive squash shot, which was still incredible that he got it to that situation. And that could be match defining, because if he gets the break here, he'll be 3 holes away from the title, from the semi-finals. Okay, love 30. Misses the first serve, Felix. Run around forehand return. Oh, loose forehand from Cobolli, 15-30. Cobolli on the defense. Cobolli on the defense. Felix puts the volley away. 30 all. Okay, 30 all. Serves on the tee, backhand return. Forehand from Felix. Backhand now from Cobolli. Keep on that backhand to exchange, you'd have thought. And Felix, of course, misses on his backhand side. It was a really good backhand just prior to that from Cobolli. I think against a lot of opponents, he would have gone up the line, but not against Felix. And it is now 30-40, break point, Flavio Cobolli. Okay. Felix Auger-Aliassime serves. Misses the first serve. That was close, but no cigar. 3 hours and 5 minutes on the clock. Second serve here for Cobolli on break point in the fourth set. Forehand return. Good forehand there from Felix. Cobolli really deep on the court. Oh, a miss hit from Felix, but he gets away with it. But he's not going to miss. He's going to miss that backhand. 3-2 Cobolli leads. He is 3 holes away from the French Open semi-finals. Okay. Okay. $15 love, Cobolli. Make sure you hit that like button, people. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please hit subscribe. Good return here from Felix. Felix on the attack. It's a bit lucky with that. No, he doesn't get lucky with the net cord. Clips the net and goes long. 30 love. Let first serve. Good backhand there from Cobolli. Maybe surprise. That's another good backhand. Can he put this volley away? He can. 40 love, Flavio. 3 game points for a 4-2 lead and a significant step towards the French Open semi-finals. Whatever happens, if he is to win this, Flavio, he will be playing an Italian in the semis, either Matteo Berrettini or Matteo Arnaldi. They'll be playing in about an hour from now. The winner of that, or that match, sorry, will be live on the channel. And Cobolli holds 4-2, he leads. It's the backhand again, undermining the chances of Felix Auger-Aliassime, not just today, but in his career as a whole. 4-2, he leads. Ooh, 15 love. $15 all.
Bisschen die Orientierung hier verloren, muss auch dann schmunzeln. Guter Aufschlag mit dem Spiel.
30-15. Felix on top of this rally, and he gets to 40-15. forehand here for Felix. Oh, and the forehand for Cobolli goes into the net. So 4-3. Okay. Okay, this match is nearing an end. Cobolli 2 holes away from a spot in the French Open semi-finals. $15 here for Cobolli. Oh, what a forehand from Flavio. $30. Okay, missed first serve there for Flavio. Backhand return is decent from Felix. Oh, what a forehand from Flavio Cobolli. Wow, 40 love. Oh, he's just missed the forehand there, Flavio, 40-15. Forehand return here from Felix. Good depth there from Felix. Now he's on the back, and that's a wonderful backhand up the line there from Auger-Aliassime. 40-30. Ooh, Cobolli misses the first serve. Wow, Flavio Cobolli, that was smart. Class from the Italian. Huge hold there. Now Cobolli 1 game away from the French Open semi-finals of 2026. He'll be playing Arnaldi or Berrettini if he wins one of these next 2 games, either on the Felix serve here or on his own serve. Felix misses the first serve. Cobolli misses the return. So, 15-love Felix. Second serve for Cobolli to look at. Return goes long, 30-love. Final stages of this clash, potentially. Tennis, you never know. 3 hours and 19 minutes now. Not always been of the highest order. Flavio Cobolli won't mind though if he wins. Misses the first serve, Felix. So a second serve. Backhand return. Forehand here from Felix. Comes into the net. Good volley from Felix. Really good volley. 40-love. 3 game points for the Canadian. Should block return. It's going to go long. Felix holds 5-4. We'll take a quick break and then we'll see out the match. But can Flavio Cobolli see out the match?
Ready. Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Okay. Now, can Cobolli serve this out? Here we go. Flavio to serve. 5-4. Backhand return. Felix misses the backhand up the line. 15 love. $30 love. Two points away now, Felix. Felix from defeat. Flavio from victory. Oh, I thought it was going to be an ace. Oh, the drive volley. I still think it's the most nervous shot. Flavio wants the same ball back. I'm not a big fan of that philosophy, by the way, which I'll get into some other time. But 3 match points here for Flavio Cobolli. 3 hours and 23 minutes on the clock. Serves. You could see where he was going to go with that serve. You can see from where he is on the court by the service position what he's keen to do. And he double faults. Of course he does. Assuming that's members of his family, they're looking pretty anxious. This time he serves into the forehand. Now he's on the forehand of his own. It's a winner. Flavio Cobolli seals the deal and wins 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 to set up a spot for himself in the French Open semi-finals, where he will face either Matteo Arnaldi or Matteo Berrettini in what is going to be an all-Italian affair either way. That match, of course, will be coming up live on the channel shortly. In the meantime, a quick rundown on what happened. Cobolli breaks the Felix serve in the first game of the match. However, Felix broke back immediately. Then it was nip and tuck until Cobolli was serving at 4-5. Felix struck, snatched that first set. He then goes up an early break in the second, 3-1 he leads, but can't consolidate. In fact, Cobolli gets back-to-back breaks to then put himself in charge of the set, and as it turned out, the match. And it was an advantage that he did not relinquish, getting breaks in sets 3 and 4 to ultimately seal the deal. Thanks for joining. Make sure you join us for Arnaldi against Berrettini, which will be on the channel in about half an hour from now.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.